So before you thumbs down this video, just listen to what I have to say first before you do that. Now, I'm going to talk about like some of the good things I like about this episode, and then I'm going to go into a lot of the negatives, like things that I dislike about this series, honestly. So the first good thing, and I think this might be the only good thing I actually liked about the series, is it's the animation. This show probably has the best animation. No, it's not probably. This has the best animation out of the season by far. This has movie style animation in it. The cinematic like flair that they had, the slight blurs, and how just realistic the cars are, and the scenery, and just the flair of everything, just how they did it was it was just so freaking good. Like the opening scene, just how for the terrorists, and I don't know what they were doing exactly, but they had to get out of there, all the smoke, and then they're driving, and just it was just so good. It was just so good. Now I'm like, my jaw dropped a little bit because that's how beautiful this anime is. The other thing I actually did like about it too, and I can't hate, because you know it's Yoko Kanno. It's Yoko Kanno. I mean, Yoko Kanno's there. Of course, the freaking soundtrack is gonna be good. If it isn't good, I'm gonna be shocked. My heart will stop. Shoot, the freaking soundtrack is amazing, and it just complements the scene so freaking well. And they allow Yoko Kanno to go and just go ham, just put that work in there, because that scene I was just talking about. The music in there was just suited it so well, and it just helped the scene more. It was just so good. It was just so good. I mean, but of course, again, it's Yoko Kanno. It's Yoko Kanno. But let me get on to some of the negative things about this here. With this episode, the problem is, what I didn't like about it is, when it comes to like the story aspect of it, there's not really much to grab on. I mean, all we get is that we have these two boys, and they're terrorists. Why are they terrorists? We don't know. They just go in, they go ham, and they leave. I'm not really sure what they're doing. They're not look like they're trying to harm anybody either, from what we're seeing from this episode. I mean, we don't really understand the purpose at all with it. And I know that's kind of going to be explained in, in the next couple episodes and stuff like that. But, for the first episode showing, it didn't grab me when it came to the story. And the other thing about this, too, is the characters themselves. I didn't really grab onto the characters that much. I don't really like them that much. The reason I don't really like them is the fact that their character archetypes are so freaking overused. It's not even funny. I've seen these archetypes before. We had this calm, cool-headed character, and then we had this very energetic, extroverted character there with the calm, cool, collected person, their best friends and everything. We've seen this type of archetype together before in many, many anime. If you've seen as many anime as I have, you've seen this a lot. One example I can give you is basically from Hyoka. Hyoka, they have a main character, he's calm, collective, and everything like that. And then we have this other guy that's best friend. He's very energetic, very extroverted, and just out there and everything like that. And so, I mean, again, it's just like, I'm not that fond with these kind of character archetypes, and I was really hoping that they can be a little bit different, but they just seem very bland right now. I believe that all will change, though, through the next couple episodes. Probably even next episode, honestly, it might change. This is only my title first impressions of this series, but I'm just saying the first episode wasn't really as good as I was expecting it to be, because I was on the hype train with this series. I was thinking this series is gonna be, amazing. This episode is gonna be a freaking, all over the place, gonna blow my mind, and I think I shouldn't have had that expectation, because this is why I think I feel the way I feel when it comes to this the series here so far. The last thing I also want to talk about that actually I had an issue with, because this is kind of amateurish. I mean, especially if you're like a terrorist and stuff. I don't know if you should do this, but in this episode, those two boys made a video on YouTube. Now, you're thinking, oh, that's not a problem or anything like that, right? No, it's like the problem with that is the fact that they didn't use no voice changers. All they put on was a mask, and like that. And that's it. Like, you can still see the way their bodies are formed and stuff. Like, the structure of the body and their hair and everything, and their voice. I mean, if the cops were smart in this series, if they were smart, they would just get a voice recognition, try to figure out who these kids are, and they can find them, because this is the only hint that they got with this episode, actually, because they don't know why this terrorist group just did this, just blew up that tower and everything, and we don't really know. They don't know anything. The only hint they got is from that video, so hopefully they'll actually examine that video, and they can actually find them. Like, that's how easy they could find these kids. So I'm just sitting here like, that was a stupid move to do. But maybe I'm overthinking that or something, because maybe they're incompetent, because they tried to disregard that video, so they might actually still disregard it, but that is one of their hints. I'm just saying. So, I mean, we'll see again. We'll see. Overall, this episode, it was a decent episode. It wasn't a bad episode or anything of the sort. It's just there are issues with the series here, and I'm hoping that they can further expand on this. If this is Shoujo Watanabe's best he has more work to do. But again, this is only the first episode. This is only my first title impressions of it. I just know that I'm pretty sure that it should get better as the show goes on. So we'll see if this can change my mind. I really want to stick to the series though, because I like Shuichi Watanabe's works. I love Yoko Kanno here, so because Yoko Kanno's there, and then when they work together, they make magic. And a good example of that magic is freaking Kids on a Slope, and that was amazing anime. So again, I want to see where this series is gonna go. So yeah, this is my first impressions of the series. Leave your comments below and tell me what you think. Did you like it? Did you hate it? What are your thoughts? I'm very curious on what you guys think about this first episode of Terror on Resonance. And like this video or dislike it. I mean, hey, like I said, this is more so a discussion here. So let's go. And subscribe if you want to or not. It don't matter. So yes, this has been the Thabreakmaster, and until then, people, break out.